Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm the Coins Monster. What's up guys, how you all doing today? Thank you for coming in. Alright, so today we're going to look at the market after a massive red that we got in the last few days. Bitcoin was projected to drop, but it dropped a lot more. Just a little bit more than it should have. Now we're gonna dive into the market, live analysis on Bitcoin, dominances, the altcoins, and see where we stand and where we will go in the near future. Alright, so let's get into it. Gotta say hi first to my people right here. Eddie, my man, thanks for coming, buddy. Irfan, welcome man, welcome. Now type in number 1 if you can hear me correctly and you can see my screen clearly enough. Alright? Do me this favor, you know it's my usual routine. Okay, so the drop we got on Bitcoin was to 36,400. Okay. Now, that is a pretty healthy retrace in my opinion. Okay. Now, there is one thing I will tell you looking at this indicator right here. Okay. To me, this still looks a bit weak. The sell pressure has not fully executed yet. Okay, now there are a couple of things that can go on here. Okay, this red hill can immediately turn up, make a small green hill, and then come back down. Okay, or it just continues to do what it's doing so far and just builds us up likely healthy and then go to the upside. Okay, time will tell on those, but to me this looks a bit weak. Alright, so I'm going to jump in onto the 12 hours, the 6 hours, and the 4-hour time frame to see what's what. Okay, now the price action alone looks like Bitcoin wants to bounce. Okay, and that's pretty good, but 6 hours still doing a nice little bounce. The only thing is, these kind of looks like bear flags. Okay, now which means either Bitcoin continues to go down slightly a bit, maybe 35,000 and 33,000. Okay, it's still a possibility. Never negate that. Never negate those possibilities. They can still go down or just a little bit more. Okay, now it does look like Bitcoin wants to go up. Okay, it wants to go up. The buy pressure is kind of coming. Okay, now all we need to do is we need to wait for this red hill to hit the 0 level right in here and see where we stand in terms of price action. Okay, if by that time Bitcoin hasn't taken out the high of 39,500, it's gonna go down. Okay, because this will officially become a bear flag. Now, you all know what I've talked about on Bitcoin. I still project a way to the upside. Okay, and I'll talk about it again. Now, on a bigger time scale, I do have projection for Bitcoin to go to its main critical level, which is right about in this zone right here. This to me is a critical level. Okay, the drop here of 52% has been big enough and strong enough that it can bounce easily to the upside. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up 40% from here on to at least 55,000. Okay, that is where I would expect for Bitcoin to retrace to. Also, it sits between the 618 Fibonacci's and the 786. Now those are pretty healthy retracements, but they are extreme hard rejection points as well. Okay, so if I take it from this point onto here, you can see the 786 exactly at about 60k roundabout. Okay, 59,900, 60,000. That's where the rejection is. So that's why I am projecting a sell at that price. Okay, now one thing I want to show you what is happening on Bitcoin, but to do that I have to go onto the log scale. Okay, it's something that I've talked about in the last few days, actually a week. Now Bitcoin, I spoke about the trendline breakout right on the RSI. This massive breakout right here that occurred, this one. Okay, now it came back to backtest. Now notice the action on the RSI. When it broke out, it had a small backtest. The price did not have a backtest of the trend line. Okay, it just kept on going up. But it did break out and now it's forming a bull. Now I have mentioned before that there is a big chance, big chance, this is the left shoulder, the head, and then this becomes the right shoulder. Okay, there's a big chance this happens. Now that's why, one of the reasons why I'm bullish. And the second reason, you all know, is the top trend line of this falling wedge. Okay, it's gonna get rejected there in my opinion. Okay, 60, 64 RSI level, 65 maybe, but that is a critical level to get rejected because it extends all the way to year 2021. All right, not only that, not only it's August and September, it goes all the way back to March 2021, and you all know what happened after that. The bearish divergence played out. Okay, and this is what's happening on the price. The same thing we saw on the trend line on the RSI, it's happening now right here. The price dropped all the way back to do a back test of the breakout of this trend line, this downtrend. So we had this on the RSI before, and the back test was right here. That is the back test of the RSI breakout on the shorter scale. The bigger scale, we're getting it right here on the price action. Okay, one of the reasons why I'm bullish. Now I don't know, because I'm not a market maker and none of our traders are, but this fractal is from 2018 that is currently playing out on Bitcoin. Okay, and the fractal from 2018 has played out, and it dipped exactly to where it needed to following the fractal. Give it a minute to load, and I will show that to you again just as a recap. Alright, here we go. Now this is the fractal from 2018. Okay, all the way from the top to the bottom, it has played out. Okay, the only thing missing right here is the double bottom, which we did not get. We actually did get a double bottom, but it's a higher low. It just seems it's not strong enough. Okay, it's just not strong enough. Now that's why we're coming back down now, and it's the fractal playing out. But this fractal is only a part of the bigger fractal that just leads into the retrace to 60k. Okay, but market makers are definitely playing tricks on us. Okay, I think they're combining a bunch of fractals. Now, one theory that I can lay on you is this. Okay, just an extended version of this fractal that I can put kind of down in here. Actually, hold on. Let's take it from this drop to the bottom and to the upside. This I think will be the better fit. Okay, we'll have to adjust that to see where we got the first drop down to 36k. Okay, so I think there is a possibility that Bitcoin can bounce over the next week, 10 days, and it can do a double bottom by mid-March, and then it just goes straight to the top. And to me, that's no coincidence that it gets rejected exactly at the 55k level, and that's the Fibonacci target. Look at the fractal, how it's playing out to the bottom. Okay, we don't know. We don't know. All right. So what we are going to do is we're going to look at a bunch of stuff. Different dominances, the total market cap of all the altcoins and Bitcoin. Total 2, that's excluding Bitcoin. And total 3, that's excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, along with the dominances. We need to take a look at those. Alright, so first, let's go with Bitcoin dominance. Look at that quite a bit. Now see, this is still bullish. I did say before, it can go to 44.5, 45%, right? That's where the target is. Now, this is still a bullish pattern. It's a bull flag. It's kind of a bull flag on a rising wedge. Okay. Now, there is bearish divergence. This green hill is actually becoming smaller and smaller, which means the strength is kind of losing. So by the time this plays out and the red hill starts to form, the ADX is going to come from the bottom and go to the top, which means when dominance is actually broken to the upside, it will start falling back down again. Okay, that's where the potential of the ADX in the red hill, the sell pressure, is going to increase. And that's my opinion. Okay, every time dominance bounces from this support, it does go to the upside and gets rejected by the trend line. We've seen it in the 2 purple boxes before, and I do expect the same thing to happen round about in there. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be by the end of this month. I don't know if it's going to be by mid next month. It depends on the entire market structure. Okay, now let's take a look at USDT dominance. Okay, now USDT dominance broke out of this massive pattern. It's kind of making a retest on the daily time frame. Okay, it is fighting to keep going up or just stay above. To me, that still looks healthy on the daily time frame. Looks like it has a bit of strength. Okay, if it does push up, if it does make a bullish retest and then hits 5.5%, 5.4%, it should get rejected from that level. Okay, why? Because at that time the stochastics will have topped out. This green hill will be completed, but it's going to be smaller than this high, which means it's going to print a bearish divergence. That is good. And this bearish divergence is going to go and reflect on the RSI as well. Okay, so this is pretty strong. Now look at what this did in the last time around. Okay, look at what did this last time around. I wouldn't be surprised if it's doing something crazy like this. Okay, maybe not this exact fractal kind of a thing, but it is doing the exact same thing it's done every single time. Okay, so let's hope it does not have the strength to push up, but if it does, hey, we're all well prepared anyways, because we're sitting mostly in USDT. Okay, we held the drop, which means we did not lose any money. That's good for us. Don't worry, my viewers, you can always rewind after the stream. Thanks for coming in though, appreciate it, man. Alright, so that's what's happening. Okay, now all we can do is just kind of wait. We have to wait. There is not much else we can do. Okay, now let's take a look at total market cap. Now total market cap is also almost to its end. Okay, it's almost to its end. Just like we had a fake, just like we have fake outs to the top, we had this fake down. Okay, until now, until this pattern, the channel is broken completely, we can just hold it like that. Okay, now this is currently a sort of a bullish structure that usually happens. Okay, it held the low. Now this is holding the low still currently. I do expect a little bit of choppiness around here before it decides to go up. Okay, it is a bullish pattern after all, and sort of like a cup and handle, falling wedge, double bottom. It's got multiple structures going for it. Okay, multiple structure. And what I think this is actually doing is this little fractal right here. Okay, this is what I think it will do. So adjust this slightly to make it fit to the candle bodies. And there we go. Even the wicks. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if this kind of thing happens. Okay. Maybe just a little bit more chop, and this fits by mid-March as well, 12th of March. So, and that's the target as well. Okay, it's gonna print a head and shoulders just like it's done, and just like Bitcoin is doing, everything kind of looks the same. It's tricky, just a little bit tricky, but that is what is happening at this very moment. Now, same thing is going on total 2, and let's see for total 3. Now, total 3 okay, see, total 3, it's almost at the end. Now the main sell pressure has decreased completely. Okay, and what I do expect from this is the little range right here that is happening. Right, because total 3 is still in a pattern. It's still in a massive channel. Okay, huge channel. So this is currently holding this uptrend. Okay, now what I think will happen on this little move following total and total 2, this is the market cap of all the altcoins, and it excludes Bitcoin and it excludes Ethereum. Okay, now what has happened previously in all these cycles is that this kind of becomes an accumulation cylinder sort of a thing. Okay, but I do expect it to get rejected at some point, maybe give us a fake out. Okay, but it does look like it's holding. Okay, it's printing a double bottom right now, so maybe just a little bit more of a chop, but everything fits by first week or mid-March. Okay, and that is it. That's, I mean, for the rally to start, it's that period of time frame it most likely looks to want to start. Okay, now I'm not saying this will go all the way up, because just because it looks like a crazy cup and handle, I'm not going to say it's going to go all the way up to like 3 trillion or something ridiculous. Okay, but following the fractals, it does look like it can do the same thing as Bitcoin. It can do the same thing as total 2 and the total, and go and get rejected by just under its all-time high. Okay, or maybe it just hits the top of the trend line, which it typically does, because altcoins in the alt season are massively bullish. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised to get maybe 1.2 trillion, 1.4 trillion, and that is it. Okay, that's a huge move. It's a massive move. And I think it doesn't have the strength to go all the way up to 2 trillion. I do hope we go there, but it seems unlikely at this stage. Okay, but it's gonna happen, because it happens very fast. This might just be one, even if it breaks out, you might just see as one massive wick up in here. Okay, so we don't know, anything can happen, but I do expect a retrace to the upside, and everything is pointing at this very moment saying okay, it can definitely go to the upside. Okay, my time frame obvious has always been about mid-March, April, but you know, let's see what they want to do. All right, now see, everything is bouncing. That seems pretty healthy. Okay, but these bounces after a massive drop, it just seems a bit uncomfortable to start buying. You have to be like a trader who's on the charts every minute, playing 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, just trying to nail. And you have to be, I mean, you have to be like a bot to nail the perfect entries and just nail the perfect tops. Okay, I think these are just bouncing. Basically, they are oversold bounces. But looking at the bounce, 20% in one candle, it kind of looks a bit weak judging the pattern. Okay, now the same thing goes. Let's take a look at Link, for example. Okay, Link's bottom has been about $13. Okay, so it just came all the way back to its bottom. Okay, just came all the way back to its bloody bottom. And when I look at the structure, it just looks weak. Okay, just looks really weak. So if by chance there is a further drop on Bitcoin, I wouldn't be surprised to see Link at $8 right up in here, and then we make a bullish divergence on the daily time frame. Okay, so it will extend all the way back to about there. Okay, it will be a massive bullish divergence, but hey, if it happens, it's still pretty good, because let's say you can find Link at $8 and let it go all the way up to even 50. Okay, that's a pretty healthy number of gain. Okay, it's a 5x right there. You don't even have to wait for it to go to $100. But honestly, this is everything that's bouncing right now. It just looks like an oversold bounce, just to prevent the altcoins from falling further down. Okay, and when we just looked at Bitcoin dominance, it's still holding the channel. So unless that breaks down, we won't see 50-60% on these altcoins that we want. And we're hoping for them to go about 4, 5, 6x. Okay. Oh, give a shout out to my Spanish friends. They watch the stream sometimes, but because bigger public is in English, I don't do much in Spanish. Alright, so gente, si tenéis cualquier pregunta, no duden, no duden en preguntármelo, os hago el stream y traduzco sin problema, ¿vale? That's why I left the title, guys, in multi-language, because I do want more people in here, and especially be someone who feels like, you know, they can't talk because I'm not going to take a look at their coins just because they're in Spanish. Alright. Okay. Now, there is one thing I have always talked about, especially in the last couple of streams. Look, it's the SP500. Okay, I was expecting SP500 to do a double bottom. Okay, currently has. Now this looks a bit weak. To be honest, this looks a bit weak. But I did expect it to come down to give us slightly more of a double bottom. Now, what I'm hoping in the next week is it bounces from here and goes to the upside and does a double bottom before it breaks out to the upside. Okay, that is what I'm hoping for on this SP500. This will actually follow Bitcoin as well. Okay, Bitcoin will follow the SP500 and we'll do practically the same thing. Now That's why, guys, I'm not pushing too many coins on you, okay? Trust me, I would love to, but look at this. I've talked about OMG, right? And I did say the entries were going to be between 3.5 and 4.5, and look, it went all the way down to 360. Okay, so that's the reason why I've been waiting, and I've just posted the buy zones right there. But I've always said, if you do decide to take any trade, always ladder in buys. Okay, do not just go willy-nilly saying, oh look, he's projecting 300-400%, so let's just go all in now. No, don't do that, because for one, I'm not a financial advisor and I can't recommend any investments, and two, you have to look at the bigger aspect of market conditions. So if the entire global economy is hanging by a thread, you protect your capital and you go in bit by bit. That is the best strategy that you can use. Okay, just use the amount you're comfortable with and never go all in at the same time. That is the best way, and is the healthiest of trades you can ever make. And don't ever listen to someone projecting 500%, especially if you don't know TA. Okay, you gotta know your TA, or at least the basics of it, right? And don't be blindsided by the gains, because if someone doesn't look at the bigger aspect, surely the trades will go wrong. Okay, surely the trades will go wrong at some point. Now, see, I want to talk about SHIB, for example. Many people, well, I've been following multiple Telegram channels, and people were posting Shiba from here to go into new all-time highs. Okay, that was their plan, new all-time highs. And when I looked at this, first thing I decided to do is pull the percentage tool all the way up to here. Okay, now this is a Binance chart, let alone whatever happened on the Uniswap chart, because it did not come out of Binance. It came out first on Uniswap, and then it got released onto the Binance thing. Okay, so anything that has done over 100x, get out of it, man. Honestly, don't, unless you're prepared to hold it towards the pain of going up and down and up and down, the constant mental stress. Don't listen to anyone saying 300% gains from here. Don't ever do that. Okay, don't ever do that. And the all-time highs, they were projecting 300% just because it went. Okay, that's what they do, right? Okay, so it went all the way from this bottom, 300%. Fine. Where is it sitting? At this bottom. It is retesting it, so let's post a 300% gain up in here. New all-time highs. It doesn't work that way. Okay, the bigger aspect is this. It's done a 10x on top of the 60x already done on Uniswap. It's a parabolic rise, practically no red candles right here. It's going to be filled with red candles later on, and God knows how long it wants to accumulate for. Okay, I don't know how long it wants to accumulate for. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Shiba came all the way down here. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, if I pull the Fibonacci's, look, it's sitting exactly the candle bodies. They're sitting at the fib level. It does usually a 1-to-1 retrace whenever something goes parabolic. Okay, it's done only a 77% retrace, and all these meme coins, they go down by 80-90%. Okay, so 85% is sitting as a 1-to-1 retrace right here. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. So no matter what anyone says, do your own diligence and work on TA. Okay, always get a second, third, fourth, fifth, no matter how many opinions you need. Make your decision before trading, posting your capital. Okay, preserve it. In times like these, when you have to buy the dip, when you have to buy the dip, you need to be liquid. Okay, you need to be liquid. All right. So back to OMG. All right. Now it's come to my buy zone right here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to take this trade right now. I don't care if I miss 30%. I really don't. Why? Because I need a double bottom confirmation, especially a higher low. Okay, that's what I personally look for. So what I will do is I will go onto the 4 hour and I will study the chart. Okay, now this looks like a bounce to me, but what it also means, it does look like you can come back down to do a back test. Okay, on the 4 hours I can see a beautiful bullish pattern right here. Okay, that's healthy to me. That is absolutely healthy and I like it. I like what I see. So let's push it up to the 6 hour time frame. Not much. 12 hour time frame and the daily time frame. Okay, let's zoom out. Here's what we got. This is what we got on OMG. Now the best way you can make a bullish pattern, even if you have to force it, is the daily. Okay, because what you see here is totally different story. Look, it holds the bottom, it holds the bottom, so most likely this bottom will hold. Okay, and look at the price action. These, wherever every single dip that I've highlighted right there is sitting in here. Okay, so we had this dip and hold. We've had this dip and hold, the purple box, and most likely for me this will hold as well. But I need to be short, so I need a couple more candles on daily, and then I can make my decision. See if I want to put in 33% of my first buy or 50% of my first buy. But again, it also depends on the dominance and the USDT dominance, Bitcoin dominance and the USDT dominance. So what do you mean, my viewers? What is a bullish pattern? Well, this is a bullish pattern because it's been in a downtrend ever since. Look, it's the complete opposite, right? This line was going all the way rising, and this is going down. And everything that's goes down eventually goes up. Everything that's rising eventually goes down. So that's how this becomes a bullish pattern. Okay, it's not, nothing is perfect. Okay, so sometimes you'll have to adjust it slightly. Okay, see, I will take this bottom first, and I'll take this bottom first. So even if this drops a little bit more, it will come back to the trend line. And that's the perfect place to buy. Look what happened. Anyone who bought this dip right here of the RSI, bam, to the upside, all-time highs. Okay, so that is what you do, and that is what I'm waiting for. See how far these people can capitulate us and make our entries. Okay, now this trade, if you go back to the previous streams, I never ever backed out of my buy zone setting from 3.5 to 4.5. Okay, I posted this. This is one of the calls that I posted, and that was about, I think, 12th of Feb. I think it's already been 2 weeks, and this was still rising. First I gave the trade at about 390 till 550. Okay, that was almost a 40% rise, and then I gave the entry back at here. Look, it just came back down. Okay, so that's kind of it. The pattern, the previous patterns have told me the same thing. It does the same thing every time. Okay, so it does a double bottom every time. Now I just need to wait whether this double bottom is going to play out now, or it's the previous fractal right here that is going to play out for me. This one. Okay, either way I know the trade is good. Either way I know the trade is good. Look how well this will fit. Okay. There we go. It's right there. Wick to wick is right there. So I just need to wait. See, this is what I mean by waiting just a little bit. During this choppiness, dominance can do what it wants. It can go up, it can go down. And when it starts going down, this will start going up, and that's what I need. A bunch of candles, if it holds the support, like let's say for 3 days, 4 days, after a bottom like this, it's a bullish pin bar to me. Okay, it's been hammered that the bottom is in, and then I can buy it and then let it go. See, I would not get the best buy, even though it's my buy zone at 350. I don't care at all if I miss it. I'd much rather buy it at $394 and just be happy going to the upside. I don't care about 10-20%. Okay. So this, I always say in the streams, what top altcoins are to trade. Well, this is one of my top ones. This is one of my top ones. Tezos is another one of my top ones I really like, and I've mentioned it a bunch of times, and I really like the project. Look, I did the same thing with Tezos. Okay, I did say my entry was going to be anything between 3 and 350. Okay, it came back down to 280. Yeah, not perfect, but hey, it's a lot better than me telling okay, I think the entry is going to be at 350 and then go down to 290. That's absolutely rubbish. I don't like to do that. So that's the reason why I focus on all these confluences. And to me, Tezos looks like it can do a real work when it's healthy to break out in a massive way. Okay, I'm not sure if Binance still has the Tezos up token yet. Okay, I'm not sure, but it does. If there is, man, you can trade that, make some money off of it. Okay, Tezos, I think it can do again the V-shaped recovery. This might do a V-shaped recovery because if you think about it, this is a V-shape. It might just do the same thing again. Right, but just very quickly, and I wouldn't hold this thing too long. Okay, it's at $3. If it dips again, maybe to 270, even to 250. I think from 250 to about 750 it's a huge gain number. Okay, it's a huge gain number. It's about 200 to 250% gains on a solid project that you don't have to worry about is gonna dip or not. You know what? You'll be happy when you make the money. So these are the things that you gotta keep in mind. Okay. This is what it might do. It might just hit its bottom. Okay, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy to break out to the upside to give you the 250% yet. It might need another bottom. Okay, we're just waiting for that period to come in for us. Okay. Let's see when that is. Because I can try and make the fractals fit as best as I want to. The fact is, they always change a bit. They never work out the same way. Okay, but you know what? Close enough. Like we nailed everything on Bitcoin. It might just work for this as well. You never know. Alright, I did say Phantom. I looked at it at 130. Roundabout. It can go to 130. It went to about 150. Okay. Well, 148 actually. Went to 148. Now I will not be touching Phantom unless I'm guaranteed a 64% trade at least. Okay, no matter where that is from, either from 150 or from 130. But that's my plan for Phantom. Okay, I don't like it anymore. Now, see. Look at this. This is no joke. This is Bitcoin fractal. I overlaid it for. I can't remember who that was for. In the last stream, somebody asked me about it. Look, that's why I think we need a little bit more time. Some altcoins have already had their run. Okay, AVAX did, Luna did, Solana, Phantom, Matic, they've all had their runs. Okay, that's why this Bitcoin bearish structure is playing out on all these. And look, it's not a coincidence, man. It fits almost to the candle. Let it range for a couple of days and see. I'm not a big fan of touching Matic right now. Matic, ADA, Phantom, Solana, Luna, AVAX, they're out of my list. Yo, Jesse B, welcome, man. I missed you, buddy. I know you're busy, that's why I haven't called you, but I hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. And yeah, man, it's a good thing you took profits. Look, man, I was right in the end, you know. It's like you gotta take the risk of taking the profits, just as the same way you gotta take a risk of making your investment at the bottom, like you did. I mean, I didn't want you to lose your 10x, you know. So I did ask you to consider it. NFA, of course, but you know, I always look out for my friends. So, alright, guys, one project that I want you to keep on your mind is Anchor Protocol. I do like it. Okay, as a project, I do like it. And I think you might be able to get it once more at about $1.90 or $2. Okay, I do like what I see here. Okay, I do like what I see. And I think this can actually work. And the max target I would put this thing at, I think it can go to about $16 on a parabolic run. But I would settle for about $8 to $9. That's where I would settle for this, because by that time I think it's gonna be tired. So if you make a 320% gains, I think you should be happy with it. It's not a project that I feel comfortable saying, oh, it's going to $20, $30, hold it now. It just doesn't seem like it, but money-wise, I think it can, because it's a decent project as well. Cake, man, cake. Yeah, now that you bring up cake, Jesse, take a look at this, alright? The first time, and this is the reason why I sold cake. This is what I saw on cake, on XRP first. Okay, and when I saw this, it kind of gave me the idea on cake. This thing kind of fit exactly when it was sitting about $40. Okay, so I don't know how, but for some reason I remembered it, and I said, you know what, it's time to sell cake. It was just kind of the moment kind of thing, but you know, it just happened, and I said, yeah, fine, I'll do it. But it did feel nice. Same thing with the BNB. I sold my BNB, sold my VRA at about 8 cents. BNB at about 400 or 500, something like that. Cake I sold at 40. DOT I sold at 40. Ethereum I sold at about 4K, half of position, and the other one at about 3.5, 3.7. And XRP I think is my biggest holding yet. I'm gonna continue to hold that until it pays me. No worries, man, Jesse, we'll nail another one. Alright, so, yeah. Wait, I got XRP. Now, it hit all the buy zones. Like, all the entries, well, almost all the entries that got hit. Okay, I expected 66, but looks like 66 exactly, and it looks like it wanted to fall to about 67. So, that's what it did, and right now I do expect this fractal to play out right here. Okay, so we've had the dip, And you know what? I'm going to take my entry right there. I'm going to add to my position starting right here. My second entry will be in here. And this will be my third entry. Anywhere in between this range. If this fractal plays out exactly like it does, I'm going to either make an entry again here at the bottom. If not, I'll be happy taking an entry here. So laddered buys. And this is going to be my last buy. I always said 80 cents is going to be my last buy. I'm going to keep it at 76, 75. Okay. But that's because I will be sure that it's going to take step by step and go to the top. It's about to go and break out. Okay. And that's the only reason, and that's the only way I'm playing XRP. Now, I never completed my full position on XRP, okay? Because it's very volatile and it's a lagger. It needs the alt season to move. I did not know that fact before and I decided to hold it. Otherwise, I would have just bought it now and saved myself 6 months. But, you know, live and you learn. So that's how I decided to play XRP. And that is it. I'm going to personally trade along on this thing as well once it's ready. But because it's volatile, I just feel uncomfortable holding that long for a couple of weeks. Now, I wouldn't mind longing it even at 75 cents, my last buy, and just hold it. I wouldn't mind it because I know the trend is up, right? I can do that. But I don't even feel... This is a great entry, a brilliant entry, even though I called it. I can't trade that wick because it's not a confirmation low. And my thing is a confirmation low. Okay, that's how I give out my trades. Okay. Either a confirmation low or when I can pinpoint the exact bottom like I did on OMG and Tezos. Okay, that's how I can play it. Now, yeah, so that's XRP. So I've talked to you about my plan and I've stuck with it for XRP, OMG, Tezos. These are the 3 big ones that I will be trading. Okay. Now, sand. For any of you holding sand, look, I think sand is done for the cycle, but I think it can go back up to about 420 roundabout. So it can be a healthy trade if given this holds. This range right here on the fractal, it holds. Okay, if it does, easy $4, but I would not expect anything else from sand, honestly, because it's done a 13,000% this cycle alone. I would not expect it to go to about 20,000%. No way. It's big risk to invest a lot of capital, because that's what you need to do. Invest a lot of capital and hope for a 300-400% gains. When the truth is, you might just be lucky if the market conditions are right and people are still interested in pushing this thing up to about $7. Okay, personally, not my thing, and I'm done with sand. I'm not trading it anymore. Okay, let me take a look at mana, because I always had a target for mana going to about $8 for some reason. But you know what, I gave up on this idea when I studied the fractal. And again, this fractal is from Bitcoin bear market as well. Okay, one of the fractals from Bitcoin bear market. Now, when I take a look at this, I don't want to trade it. I'm not going to be in hopium for about $8 to $10. I don't know, unless Bitcoin pairs suggest something different, I'm not comfortable, man. I think I can take out this low right here. Okay, let me give it a wave count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Yeah, I think it can hit. I think it can play out this fractal and go all the way back to its bottom. Maybe about 170, 150. Okay, because they always do come back to retest their all-time highs. Okay, that's where I would wait for mana. Now, but what I would definitely do, is keep an eye on this project right here. And it's at the lowest possible lows, or one of the lowest possible lows. But Look, it's kind of playing out still. Okay, I need to pinpoint it a little bit more. There's not much price action on here yet, but it does look like it's doing its thing, its work. Okay, I do think we're around about in here somewhere. Right there. That's where we are, I think. Okay. Next couple of days will tell me more. But I see projection on this project. I would put my money in here before I would in sand. Let me check on Bitcoin once more. Okay. So Bitcoin looks like it's holding, and I think it's done. I think it's going to do some ranging, and it might just play out this fractal, man, but on a shorter time scale. Okay, it might not take as long, but it might just play it that way. Okay, it might just do this. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But it does look like it has hit its bottom. It's done its trend line back test. And it is looking good. Okay. Now QRDO must have filled all my buy zones by now. Okay, let me count the waves here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Okay, I will have to watch this trade, but look, man, it looks pretty healthy to me. Let's see. Okay, this is at a very, very decent bottom. Very, very decent bottom. Now, if it breaks 295 and it holds it, I might just consider buying a decent position in it. Okay, and I'm talking a decent position. That's my plan for this, and that's what I will do definitely with QRDO, because just look at it, it's just beautiful how low it is, and look at the pattern structure, man. This is absolutely beautiful. Kind of looks like a giant bull flag, you know. It's a double bottom. It's kind of making a double bottom. If the Altseason gives it a chance, oh man, it can definitely hit my prediction targets. Can definitely hit my prediction targets. But let's see. Calls will be posted in the Telegram group later on. Alright, so GRT hit one of the buys. I did say we could buy it at 36 cents. It went down to 34. Let's see if Bitcoin doesn't drop. It will hold it. If not, we might see the lower lows on 30 cents and 23. But I am bullish on this project. I will be trading it. I will be buying a big chunk of it once the market gives me a green. Let me check if there's a bullish divergence. No, but what I do like about it, this capitulation right here. Okay, it broke down of this pattern. Now this is something I've looked at many charts, and I found out whenever this happens, they break down the pattern. It's a capitulation idea. Okay, and the weekly sell pressure is almost over. Okay, let's see if we can push up and hold certain level on the daily time frame. Most likely there should be a bullish divergence by now. Yep, there is bullish divergence yet to be confirmed, and it extends all the way back to June last year. So if this confirms, if this bottom holds, is bullish divergence confirmed, and this thing will break out huge. Man, I don't like Jewel. I have looked at Jewel Mavios, but I don't like it. Now I think the best I can do is go on to CoinTrader Pro and take a look at it. So much data. Okay, now I cannot guarantee this will be the lowest. I just can't do it. Okay, because there is no structure on it. But it doesn't mean it can't push back to the upside. Okay, now if you've got it for free because you were staking or you were playing the games, you can hold it, I think. Let's see the crash. Let's study the crash. Yeah, 75 to 80% drop is, I think, the finest place you can start to dollar cost average. That is one of the best places you can start to buy. But to be honest, there is no clear structure, which means it can even range between $5 and $8 for like 6 months. It does look bullish on daily, to be honest. I mean, looking at the indicators, it looks like it's bottomed. What's the highest it went to? 24. Okay, then we'll have to take it from here. 236, 2.0, 1.6. Yeah, you know what? I would not even if this does go up, I would not expect it any higher than $17. Because by the time it gets there, it's going to get exhausted. So I wouldn't expect anything higher than that. Okay, now Cody, it hit all the buy zones. Okay, it was sitting at around about 28 cents when I said about 20 cents would be the buy. Damn it, that fell to 19.58. Oh well. But yeah, I think we're there. We previous lows, previous bottoms, they're taken out and they're taken up pretty hard. Okay, so I think this is how they capitulate you. I'm not sure, but I think it's almost done. Let's see. Let's see where we get the second double bottom or we get the choppiness. Okay, now whenever I decide to buy at the bottom, it's because of this. Look, we have 2 daily candles right here. Okay, now aside from the fact that this green candle is bullish engulfing, to me that on this entire price action, it means this is a pin bar. Okay, the bullish pin bar, because it's been hammered twice and it just decides to reverse. And that's what I'm waiting for on one of these candles, just to give me some sort of a thing. If this is a bullish engulfing candle, I'm good with it. Okay, if not, I'll just have to wait for the chop. Okay. But again, it all goes back to Bitcoin dominance. I think it's still playing tricks. They have something up their sleeve. And this looks like it wants to break out. I mean, look, it's been bullish for what? Since January 26th, 27th. I think this is an ABC and to continue to the upside. Yeah, it does go all the way to the top of the pattern. Maybe give us a fake out, 45.82%. That's it. Let me check the USD dominance though. This is something that's playing games with me. Because it's so hard to predict the top of this thing. So bloody hard. But hey, you know what? It might just go and do a double top here and then start breaking down. Well, we'll let it decide. We might even have a couple of days. Okay, we don't get all the moves in just the one candle anyways, right? See, every time these reversals come, you always get a bullish engulfing candle. Look, you got the same thing on Link. Daily candle was so bullish, it was ridiculous. So if we get something like this up in here, we're good to go. So my buy, I've said it before, is between $17 and $20. My personal buy. Why? Because it just means it's going to break this entire chop zone, and this is a range. If it breaks the range, it holds $17 to $20. I buy and I let it go. I don't have to nail the exact bottom, because this is a no trade zone for me personally. I hold coins and I sell them when I don't feel comfortable holding them anymore. So I just don't want to be in the chop, man. It's just annoying to me. So I'd much rather buy it at $17 and $20 if it holds, and then let it go, because it means it's going to take out the range. It's going to take out this choppiness right here, the critical level beforehand. It's going to take out this level right here, which was also critical, that's sitting at about $20. And if it holds that range, it's upside. If not, it's a downtrend, and I don't want to be holding something in a downtrend. I hate it. Okay. Okay, now let me check on NEO, because I do think it can go up to about $300. Now let me remember why I thought it was going to go to about $300. I kind of forget. Yeah, $300 to $400. I think that's the projection on NEO. But I do believe it's not going to do it this cycle though. It might just go back to its all-time high, if lucky, at 200. And then crash back down. Okay. But you know what? If I get a good entry at maybe anything around $16 to $20, I'm happy selling it at about 80 and 100. Okay, or at least take like about 70% off the table, and then see what it does. Okay, that's what I would do, man, on NEO. But I do like NEO. It's a decent project. It's got a good thing going. But I just want to be sure, and I want to see it break 26 and hold 29. That's what I need on NEO. But yeah, man, even, you know what, I bring this to you because you should consider it for the next cycle as well. It goes, man, it goes. Alright, let me remove those from my list because I'm not interested in it, nor I'm interested in Matic. And yeah, ontology, that is definitely one I wanted to talk about. Okay, so I'm keeping a close eye on ontology. Okay, mainly because of this fractal from Ethereum Classic. Now, I'm not making many buys, nor I'm posting any calls in the trading room yet because I don't think it's ready. Okay, but when I do, it's going to be pretty sure that it's ready to go. And it's going to be very fast as well. I do like what I see though. I do like what I see simply because of that fractal and the price action. Okay, it's been in a downtrend ever since May of 21. So nice leg down. And a huge percentage correction as well. Now DOT, I kind of gave up on DOT. And I said it could come back down to maybe about $14, $13. And it does look like it hit 15.8. Now let's see if the next candle is going to be green and bullish engulfing, then I buy. If not, I let it go. But DOT is a big cap, and it's been disappointing this cycle. It's just been absolutely disappointing this cycle, but I do believe we're gonna bounce. So let's hope it comes back down to like about $13 before we decide to let it go up. But you know what? If it gets to $13 buy, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna stake my DOT. Alright, same thing with Akala. Akala is in a bit of a downtrend, and I'm grabbing it at about 80-60 cents if it comes back down. I'm grabbing a big chunk of it. Now EPS is definitely one that I've talked about. I like it. I like what I see. It's been a huge downtrend. Actually, it's been nowhere but a downtrend ever since it first came out. Okay, so I do think this can fly. But again, we do need the alt season, so it's not a coin that I would put my big chunk of capital in it, but I would definitely trade it once it's ready. It's a trading coin for extra cash. It's not a coin that I would want to hold and risk going into a bear market. So worth keeping a lookout for. Definitely worth keeping a lookout for. I know many people are holding XPR. They've asked me about it. I don't like it. Mainly because there is no clear support, nothing in there for me to say, okay, this thing can go up. I think this is actually coming back down. Maybe another 40% before it decides to give a healthy bounce. Okay, that's what I see on this thing. So any of you holding XPR, I don't like it. And the same thing goes for XDC. Okay. It's a horrible pricing structure. Absolutely rubbish. Okay, it's a slanted head and shoulders on a big thing. It's on the weekly time frame. It's weak in strength. I don't think people are interested in it. So let's see, once it's ready to post for a trade, I will. But for now, I don't really like what I see. It's not healthy at all. I got requests on Telegram, DM, asked to take a look at it. Okay, so I'm doing it, and my theory is I have to watch this thing hold for at least a week to decide to do something. But this thing has gone parabolic so much that I would need to see it hold this range, okay, before I can make a price prediction on it. And the weekly, it kind of needs to give me at least one good green candle, bullish engulfing, to see it start moving. Or at least a massive wick, even if it's a red candle, a massive wick to the downside. Okay, I do need those. Otherwise, I don't want to touch it. But it has had a healthy retrace. Now that's why I'm considering watching it. It's a 75%. XDC is a good project, and I do like it. Okay, let me remove Dusk off the table because that's not a project that I want to focus on. I did post a trade anything from 20 cents and rode it all the way up to about 85, 90 cents. I can't remember what top it was, but it was a decent trade. Alright, let me take a look at API 3, see what that thing is doing. Okay, I think API might need some time again. Yeah, still stuck in a range. It failed to break this all-time high right here at about $9, $10. It may need some time, but you know what? It's a beautiful accumulation. So I want to watch it. I think I got stopped out in profits. Didn't sell the exact top I would have loved to, but you know, you can't nail the top. So I am watching it closely because I do like what I see. And let's see if it holds for $4.5 or $5. If it holds that range, most likely it goes up. And look at that, it kind of fits with the timeline of April as well. So, not bad for 5x. You're telling me DOT went to 13.25 on KuCoin? Yeah, DOT never went to $13, man. Not this time, the last time around. Last time around maybe, yeah, but not this time. Let me see what gems I have around there. Okay, Atom. I'm definitely giving up on Atom. Okay, this fractal played out very, very good, and now it's eventually broken the trend line on the weekly, which means the uptrend, it's done. Okay, it did a bearish retest. It got rejected heavily. The wick action is inside the trend line, so to me that's not healthy at all. I'm removing it from my list. I don't like Atom. I think it's done. Or even if it has anything more left in it, I'll have to see maybe 3-4 months of accumulation before I decide to take a trade that's going to go up like 3x. I'd much rather just trade Tezos, because it's Tezos and OMG, they're basically a lot more advanced than any other coins, and that's why I like them. Let me check Qtum. No, same thing with Qtum, it needs more time. Do like the project though. SOS, many people have asked me about it. Still not ready. I still gotta wait and check. I think this is gonna be one of those coins that's gonna do a 60 or 100x next cycle. Easy peasy. It's gonna be so bottomed out. It's going to be nuts. It's gonna be nuts how cheap it is. Still watching those, by the way. Oh yeah, somebody did ask me about Chill. Yeah, there's not much to tell on Chill. I think it's still bearish. Looks like a massive bear flag, to be honest. Flag that is almost about to be broken. So, I think it can still come back down. Don't know what the percentage drop is going to be, but definitely not a healthy project. Okay, another coin that I was kind of looking at. Okay, Dreams. We got the bounce on Dreams. Man, I think I sold it too soon, but okay. Dreams is gonna keep dropping a bit. Okay, so just watch for it. I think it might definitely play this fractal out. Okay, I think it might just play this fractal out. And just kind of consolidate there for a bit. This is a lovely entering phase. It's just reaccumulation. Just entered the reaccumulation officially. Needs more price action to confirm. XTM did play out eventually, and it did come to about 18 cents. Now I was expecting it at 15, but let's see if it holds. And I'm still bullish on this fractal. Okay, I'm still bullish on this fractal. Let's see how this plays out. Do like what I see here. I honestly do. Just need the market conditions to go up. This is going to be a reversal pattern. If this thing plays out like this, it's going to be a massive reversal pattern. Okay, massive reversal pattern. Get it at about 18 cents and then let it shoot up to the upside. It's going to be beautiful. That's why I still have it on my radar. And ICP, I kind of gave up on ICP, to be honest. I told a friend to keep a buy order at ICP, for ICP at about $6, $8. I don't know, just as a joke, because it just kept going so down and so down. I said, you know what, screw it, let it go. Put a buy order at $6, see if you get lucky, and then it will eventually fly. Okay. So, you guys got any coins that you want me to take a look at before I jump out of here? No, everything is in a serious drop. Everything is in a serious drop. Let me check the fear and greed index. See where we're sitting. Alright guys, do follow me on Twitter, okay? It helps with the channel. And I can get more and more people out there for you, the experts, okay? They'll come on the live stream, give their best strategies, and they will tell you how to remain calm whenever the market's in absolute rubbish of conditions. Alright, it does help the channel quite a bit, and it helps you in the end as well. So that's what I'm here for, really. Okay, so still sitting in extreme fear. Let's see if this thing can drop to about 10, 12. If this thing drops there, we can just buy it again. Okay, because remember last month it was sitting at 11 when I started posting the trades. It went up to neutral at 50, and that is what we need. Okay, because this time around I don't think, see, think of this as pendulum. Okay, but you know what happens with the pendulum is that as soon as you move it, as soon as you click one of the balls, one of the marbles, it starts off slow. Okay, because there's so much pressure right in between. Yeah, so it starts off low, but in the end the swings are huge, right? So now it was bouncing it between, look, when it first came to about 20, it was going to 24 and then 28, and then it came back down, and then it just kind of dropped all the way to 11, and then from 11 it went all the way up to 50. So the more force of down momentum there is, the bigger the force of the up momentum as well. So now if it drops again, well, it's already hit 50 now, it's going back in the pendulum just to get some force, and then it's going to go back up again. Okay, so this time I wouldn't be surprised if we go into extreme greed. Okay, so because it's the last phase, if everything flies, I think this is what's going to happen. We already hit neutral. I think we can hit fear and greed index also extreme greed as well. Okay, so yeah, I'll take a look at Tomo chain. Tomo is an old coin, really old, and see, it's in a markdown phase right now. It needs to go into reaccumulation phase. Okay, so see, this is a reaccumulation phase. Okay, now what happens here is the markup. Okay, right in this entire area is the markup. Right here is the distribution. Okay, and then you get downhill again, and this is the markdown phase. Okay, now what's happening in here is I'm going to put this right in there, extend this right in here. That's why these phases are reaccumulation. Okay, see, we had this accumulation phase here, this went into reaccumulation after a massive correction, and it went up again, but this wasn't as deep, so it's just like a mid-rally bounce and then crash. So this is a markdown phase. See, this is what I'm expecting on Bitcoin, right? So we had one, then we had a reaccumulation phase, it went up. Now I'm waiting for this and then this, which is a final step of the distribution. That's what I'm waiting for in Bitcoin. And I don't like Tomo Chain, to be honest. If that answers your question, I don't like Tomo Chain because what we need, I think what's happening is going to reaccumulation for a good period of time. And personally, I'd much rather prefer to take some trades that have not had their bull cycles yet so big that it's worth it. Okay. And I don't know, it just looks like DOT. See, this is what I think what's going to happen on DOT. That's why I'm happy selling it at 50. The same with Link. And the same with Bitcoin. If you got triple top right there, I don't want to be in the trade at all. And because it has triple top, it has a massive distribution structure. I don't like Tomo Chain. Because to get that 4x, we need to reaccumulate at least for 3 months. We don't have that much time. It's not worth my time. Okay. Now I'll explain why. That's why I'll explain why I'm bullish on XRP. Okay, take a look. I'm gonna remove. Actually, no, hold on. Let me hide the drawings because that is one of my calls in the trading room. So. Okay. Where is the now this is not the full chart, but right. See what I'm expecting and why I'm expecting XRP to go up so huge. Oh man, this thing just doesn't want to. Right, move it. Okay, right here. And why I'm saying $8 to $10, look. XRP on log scale, in my opinion, has not hit ever its maximum Fibonacci level. Okay, it's never has. And it has a cup and handle right now, and this is on the weekly time frame. Okay, double bottom. I think it's going to make a triple one right here and then let it go to the upside. Now this is complete opposite of Tomo Chain. Okay, Tomo Chain is right in here, right in here. It's at the start right here. So I don't know what the hell that is going to do. Okay, XRP is halfway through and it's been on an uptrend ever since March. Okay, it's been on a massive uptrend. Okay, and that's why I like it, because one, it has not hit its maximum level, which is sitting at about $9, even though I will not sell it at that price. I will sell it sooner, but that is one thing. Huge cup and handle, and this is on the weekly time frame. It will break its 4 years bear cycle. Okay, it's gonna break its 4 years bear cycle. And it's still holding the weekly lows, and that's different to me. Okay, that's different to me. It's holding successful retests So every time it fell into this accumulation box under the red zone, it's been holding. See, one fib level held here, second fib level held here. It bounced, got rejected twice, came back, but it held. And I think it's going to do the same thing, like reaccumulate over here and then bounce. So to me, it's total opposite, and I don't want to be get caught up in Tomo chain right when it's starting its accumulation zone, because if it doesn't start it, it can't break it. So that's the reason why I don't like Tomo chain, and that's why I do like XRP and any other coin like ONT. ONT has had a good run, I will admit. Okay, it did have a beautiful run up, but I'm not sure. This is why I'm not posting the call. I'm not sure if it's ready this cycle or not. I need to see a little bit more price action. But if I had to select anything between Tomo chain and ONT, I'd much rather go with ONT, because ONT is way more advanced than anything else. Okay, it's entered reaccumulation zone way beforehand. And look, this drop correct right here, it was the markdown. There was straight up distribution and markdown. It was easy peasy go down. There was nothing else to it, and it's been kind of entering retrace and then reaccumulation zone already. So that's different. Tomo chain is just starting, and that's why I don't like Tomo. Okay, it can bounce. I'm not gonna deny it can bounce, but look, the difference between Tomo and the others. It took out the critical level, and that to me is not healthy, and that's why I'm saying it started the markdown phase, and it's still in its markdown phase. Okay, because it just broke the weekly low. I hope that helps, man, but that's the best I can give on Tomo. I mean, you gotta understand that I'm not the guy who's going to give you 30%, 40% every time, or maybe 10%. I'm not going to post 50 calls of 10%. I don't like that. Okay, it's not my style. I need at least for my trading style, my risk investment, I have to have a decent worth it in number of gains, and that's why I don't like 10% trades, 20% trades. I don't like them. Okay, bare minimum for me is 30 to 40%. And I'll wait for the right time to give it to you. Okay, that's why in the last calls in the Telegram group I made, they were only sitting at about 15 calls, out of which 12 paid out, and there were at least 30% gains. So okay. But yeah, look at this. Instead of focusing on Tomo chain, focus on ANC. I personally like this a lot better than I like Tomo chain. Why? Because it's the complete opposite graph. Okay. Look, you can invert the chart. Okay. When you see, look, this is a double top. When you invert the chart, this is a double top. Okay. And when you see a double top like this, it's going to come to the upside. Okay. Now that's why I like ANC a lot better than I like anything else. And the fact that it's a good project. I've been following it ever since it was sitting at about $4. But I wasn't comfortable. I said it's not had its accumulation phase. I don't want to touch it. And it's a good thing I didn't, because I would have been down like about 80%. Okay. I was looking at it at $4. Imagine going 70% down. It's just buying it then, man. Sorry, I can't do that. It's not in me. So. Yeah. Let's take a look at DJI. Dow Jones. Okay, so we've talked about this. It's still holding the range. It will bounce eventually, and in that bounce we will get to sell almost everything that we need. Okay, Now personally, I'm not the guy who's gonna wait and invest in stocks. I do not want to invest in stocks at all for the time being. Okay, I do not want to invest in stocks because I think there's gonna be a bigger retrace that's about to come. I mean, I'll happily let my buys when it hits around the 786 or 886 fib level. Otherwise, I don't want to touch it. Okay, and then I'll be posting even though crypto will be over for this cycle. I will be posting a couple of these things, you know, just for educational purposes. The channel will not be over, and there will be a lot of things to do on here when crypto is done. Okay, we can talk about all these things, why I think it's going into a bear market, and why I don't think investment in here is the right strategy to do. Okay, but look, right here, we know this is the rounded top, right? And why I'm still expecting a bounce even though people are calling for this thing to drop like crazy. Because of this thing right here. Okay. This thing right here does look bullish to me, but it needs a little bit more work. Okay, and this is on the weekly time frame. So I think for the next couple of weeks, we might be returning to the upside, do exactly what we did here, and then get rejected by the 4,500 level. But to go up to 4,500, I think it needs to bounce from 4,200, 4,100 before it can have a nice gain. Okay, it does look bullish to me. Not healthy, but bullish. Kind of a difference in both. Right? But it is a bullish pattern, and that's why I don't think there is much distance left in it either, and that's why the rejection is going to come pretty damn soon. Okay, yeah, about 4,500 is the rejection mark, and that's where I exit. That's the Bitcoin idea as well, so everything kind of fits. Okay, so yeah, there is not much else to do, guys, honestly. Trust me, I would much rather give you multiple trades, but I don't see anything secure to post. All the buy zones that I posted previously just hit. You must be up if you took them as a scalp as well. You must be up, because I came way early, 12 days ago, and we have to wait on Bitcoin dominance and the USD dominance to kind of finish what they've started and print a bearish divergence. Okay, now we talked about this before. I did say Israel's going to print a bearish divergence. Very likely it goes up a little bit more because it was in a bullish pattern right here as a bull flag. Low, higher low, higher low, and that is bullish inside the flag as well. So I think this can go up but still give us a fake out. Okay, there's a good chance it gives us a fake out. Okay, and might just do that, print another bearish divergence, even though this is going to be at all a higher high. So just need to wait. There's not much else we can do. Trading when Bitcoin dominance is going high and USDT dominance is going high, you're gonna wreck your portfolio, right? So, because at those times you feel like you're forcing the trades. Okay, go back in time and think about when you forced some trades, and go back and check the dominances before you made those trades. I guarantee you must have felt like forcing the trades, and that's the reason why they went wrong. Yeah, because you're not the only one that did it. I did it as well, personally, but that's how I got to learn. Okay, so just be a little bit more patient, guys. I think things are coming, but we need a lot more data, a lot more data. Okay, now some coins will go up because they've been pumped by the bots or pump groups. It's almost impossible to find those, but you know what, just be patient and just make a plan. Okay, I always say this, make a plan and think about the market going up. Okay, what are the best coins to trade? And what you do when you go back, use these coins as a reference. Okay, that's why I keep pushing these, just like I pushed API a lot before it went up. Look at these coins, OMG and Tezos. Okay, and why you should look at these coins? Well, look how far they are. Look how far ahead they are. Okay, some coins are still in this phase, right? Or maybe even this phase. That's where Tomo chain is. Now, if you enter a second double bottom right here, you're 3 months ahead of the game, right? So that's how you pick the coins. So go back, do the research, either find the new coins that have been in accumulation for like 3 months, a bigger chance of going up, or study these coins that are 3 months ahead of accumulation or in accumulation of 3 months after a big downtrend, so you can be ahead. Okay, now that's how you make the plan. See how much you want to invest, how much can you invest. If you're down on your portfolio, see how and when you can get out to liquidate some capital, and when you have that capital liquid, see how much you can invest out of those so you can make back the money you lost and then some. Okay, sit down and do that. This is the time to use to make the plan. Okay, now what you can do is you can also join the trading room. Okay, the link is in the description below. There are plenty of people in there. Help each other out. Always news is posted. There is a news channel as well, where all the updates will be posted on the new listings or any staking programs or any new coin launches. Okay, that's not even on the exchanges yet, but it's a new coin that is going to be launched. Maybe there's a pre-sale, maybe not. But all this news is posted as well. People are very helpful, and I'm always there just to kind of back you up on the TA. Okay, so if you have any questions, ask them. You can always DM me as well, and I will help the best I can. Okay, so do join the trading room. Now also consider taking tutoring lessons, but I'm not giving tutoring lessons now because I need to wait for the Altseason to finish. Okay, I need to wait for the Altseason to finish because I think my time will be worth best in coming on here live. And if you're in the trading room, I can give you time there. Okay, that way you can catch on to the final phase of Altseason if it comes or when it comes. Okay, that's where the time will be best spent. Because if I just go on to give you tutoring, the lessons are about an hour and a half, 2 hours depending. It's just going to consume a lot more time, and I will not be able to help as many people as I can on YouTube and on Telegram. Okay, but do consider taking the tutoring lessons, because I will teach you about the full aspect of the market, bigger picture, short-term time frames, different types of trading, how to best use the indicators, and how to keep your indicators at the lowest of the low. So maybe you only need 3, and that's it. You don't need to try 50 different strategy or these market ciphers and all that. No, price action, understand the price action, and you will be fine. Sometimes you won't even need the indicators. You just understand it and go bounce. Okay. Alright guys, I think we're done. We don't have as much to give anymore, so we're just gonna have to be patient. Now give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Okay, you will be notified when I release my new videos and when I come on live. Alright, share the video as much as you can with your friends, because I want to help a lot more people. As much as I can, I would like to help and give my honest opinion, especially just to avoid from people, and just to give them the advice on how to look at the TA so they can avoid holding something that is going down and down and down. Okay, just help them not get wrecked. Okay, so do share the video. Right, thanks you guys. Stay tuned, stay safe, stay blessed. I'll catch you in the next videos.